Welcome to Texas, y'all. Wild boars are causing $52 million in damage each year. And with 2.6 million of these destructive critters roaming the state, the hunt is on. Stay tuned to see how hunters are tackling this wild challenge. Now Texas has some unique regulations when it comes to hunting these invasive species. If you hunt on private land with the landowner's permission, you can hunt them year-round and don't need a license. But with great freedom comes great responsibility. Always know your target and make sure you know what's off limits. Neches River, WMA and Sam Houston National Forest allow hunting during designated seasons. Let's talk about weapons. When it comes to hunting wild boars, rifles are the weapon of choice for most hunters. The Remington 700 is a popular choice due to its accuracy and stopping power. Hunters also use thermal scopes and night vision devices to track wild boars at night when they are most active.
Another one.
Well, wild boars are nocturnal invasive species, making them harder to spot during the day. With the ability to detect heat signatures from up to 1,000 yards, these tools are essential for tracking boars in the dark, especially when you're hunting in the vast Texas brush, which stretches across 268,596 square miles. You need precision, and this technology gives you the edge. What do you think is using thermal scopes to track wild boars in the dark a breakthrough, or does it give hunters too much of an advantage? Share your thoughts in the comments. In Texas, you can use rifles, crossbows, and even helicopters for wild boar hunting. Helicopter hunting, a popular method in southeast Texas, allows hunters to cover large areas of land quickly. It's not uncommon for hunters to take out between 20 to 30 boars in a single flight. But helicopter hunting isn't without controversy. It's expensive, with each hunt costing anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000, depending on the company and the duration of the hunt. Did you know? The population of wild boars is estimated to grow by 20 to 25% each year, which means hunting efforts need to ramp up even more. In 2025, Texas is expected to adjust its wild boar hunting policies. A proposal is on the table to increase regulations on helicopter hunting due to concerns about the environmental impact. This could include real-time updates of boar locations through tracking collars or the GPS devices on captured boars. On one hand, some hunters argue that new technology is the only way to deal with the explosive growth of invasive species. On the other hand, some critics argue that the use of drones and thermal scopes gives hunters too much of an advantage, making hunting unfair. The debate is ongoing. What do you think? Is it time for a change? Or should we stick to the basics? Comment and let's settle this once and for all. Explore new hunting techniques that could completely change the game. You won't want to miss it, so make sure to like. We'll see you again in the next episode. On highways like Texas's I-10, wild boars barrel into cars and trucks night after night, leaving behind mangled vehicles and shaken drivers. In 2024, these crashes racked up over $100 million. 0 cents in damages and caused hundreds of injuries across the US per the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety.
Dog bitch.
Over 9 million wild boars, each weighing up to 200 pounds, roam 39 states, fueling thousands of collisions that shatter windshields and, in worst cases, cause catastrophic wrecks, according to USDA data. Rural drivers, especially on roads like Georgia's Route 27, live in constant fear of these unpredictable beasts. With shooting restricted near highways for safety reasons, experts are deploying drones, AI tracking, and smart traps to curb this growing threat. This is the critical fight to protect America's drivers and highways from a relentless wild boar invasion.
Dog bitch.
With wild boar collisions wreaking havoc on highways, ground hunting near roads is too dangerous and restricted by state laws, pushing hunters to take to the skies. Helicopters manned by licensed sharpshooters sweep over vast rural areas, targeting boars in open fields and brush where they threaten traffic. Equipped with high-powered rifles, these aerial teams can cover 10,000 acres in a day, reducing boar populations by up to 70%, according to Texas A&M studies. This high-stakes method, approved under strict USDA guidelines, is a critical weapon to curb the boar invasion and keep America's drivers safe. At a command center in Alabama, the fight gets high-tech. A drone's thermal camera scans a swamp, picking up heat signatures of a boar herd hidden in thick brush. "We've got eyes on them," a technician says, voice tense as the screen lights up with red dots. This is wild boar hunting in the 21st century. Drones like the DJI Matrice with FLIR cameras cover 1,000 acres in hours, spotting boars no human could track. AI analyzes the footage, mapping their movements and predicting their next targets. The data is precise, studies show. AI-driven tracking boosts capture rates by 60%. Every second counts, and the team is locked in, ready to move.
Right there.
On the ground, the action is intense. Using drone coordinates, a crew sets up steel cage smart traps with IoT sensors that send alerts when a wild boar is caught. One trap snaps, capturing 4 wild boars, their squeals echoing through the night. "That was a good catch," says a volunteer, checking his phone for the sensor pings. Research from Texas A&M suggests these combined tactics can cut local wild boar populations by up to 70%, saving farms and habitat. Hunters move quickly, knowing that every boar intercepted is a win for the land. After trapping the wild boars, hunters transport the captured animals to USDA licensed processing facilities to ensure food safety. The meat is rigorously inspected for diseases like African swine fever, with samples tested at accredited laboratories. If determined safe, the meat is clean, cut and packaged in facilities that meet FDA sanitation standards, maintaining temperatures below 40 DFG to prevent bacterial growth. Some facilities distribute the meat to food banks or, you guessed it, to needy people in Africa. Wild boars that do not meet safety standards are euthanized in approved incinerators to prevent the spread of disease. Think wild boars are the only invasive species causing trouble? Think again. On August 10, 2022, my beach vacation in Benarafé, Spain turned into a disaster when a group of 15 feral pigs charged onto the shore. Tourists scrambled to safety as the boars disrupted everything. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the damage totaled $1,200,000 0 cents, severely impacting the local tourism industry. This invasion didn't just cause panic, it dealt a massive blow to the Costa del Sol's economy. But the chaos doesn't stop there, as bears that have escaped from circuses and ancient hunting practices have become aggressive, attacking humans and livestock. Human activities such as habitat destruction and mistreatment in circuses have increased bear populations and aggression. A 2021 incident caused $800,000, 0 cents in damage, in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where an escaped circus bear disrupted local farms and tourism. Are coyotes next lurking in the prairie, ready to wreak havoc on farms? Now, Montana ranchers are facing a battle with coyotes. These images reveal their terrifying tactics under the moonlight, moving silently in packs, taking advantage of gaps and fences. With terrifying precision, they target stray sheep, striking in quick succession to avoid guard dogs. In the rugged mountains of Alaska, a 2020 bear hunting turned tense. Four hunters, following strict Alaska safety protocols, signed permits and brought pepper spray, high caliber rifles and first aid kits for the treacherous slopes. On a misty ridge near Lake Clark, they froze as two bears, one brown and one black, appeared. The closer brown bear, an 800-pound bear at 150 yards, became their target rather than the skinny 400-pound black bear hunting at 300 yards, favouring the close range for a more accurate shot. They scrambled up the cliffs, bracing their falls with climbing gear and radios. This breathless hunt showed the danger and raw precision required to take on nature's predators. Could drones or sensors make these chases easier? Some hunters, on the other hand, chose bait over hiking, targeting a 600-pound brown bear hunting near Lake Clark.
So, I'm just gonna throw a little bit of that in there.
4 hunters perched on 10-foot tree stands use 500 pounds of corn and $200, 0 cents, worth of oats to lure it. The method, seen on Alaskan game hunts, requires 4 to 6 hours of checking and preparing bait each day, secured from high perches for accurate shots. The bait reliably attracts the bear, saving hours of stalking. After the bear hunt is over, the tension in the woods is still there, but now the hunters have turned their attention to another threat. Hunters use modern equipment such as night vision goggles and infrared lights. These devices not only help them see in the dark, but also help them pinpoint the location of coyotes as they move through the deserted fields. Although hunting at night is allowed, there are strict limits. Each hunter is only allowed to take down 2 to 5 animals at a time. In fields that are in restricted areas or do not have a hunting license, the authorities will not hesitate to intervene. Daytime hunting, especially early morning or late afternoon when coyotes are on the move in search of food, is the ideal time. At this time, the light is strong enough to see clearly, but not too harsh, making it easy for hunters to observe and approach the target without being detected. The ideal distance for hunting coyotes during the day is from 300 to 600 feet, a distance that allows the hunter to attack accurately but still maintain his safety. Moreover, The hunter must take advantage of the terrain, hide behind bushes, mounds, and always keep a distance.
Click.
Good anytime.
One special thing about this hunt is that hunters in Texas have optimized the use of traps to catch wild pigs, an invasive species that is a major threat to agriculture and the environment. Traps help hunters catch many pigs without having to get close, minimizing risks and ensuring high efficiency. Each time they trap, Texans can catch 10 to 20 wild pigs. However, the question is whether traps can be used to hunt coyotes or bears. The cause of those eerie tentacle-like growths on Colorado rabbits boils down to the Shope papillomavirus, SPV, a rare but freaky condition first identified in 1933 by Richard E. Shope. Unlike a sci-fi monster, this virus triggers benign tumor-like growths, often resembling black feathers or keratin horns on a rabbit's face. These can range from harmless warts to dangerous obstructions around the mouth or eyes, potentially starving the animal. While it doesn't spread to humans, SPV's similarity to HPV helped unlock breakthroughs like the HPV vaccine. Colorado wildlife officials warn to avoid these gnarly bunnies and keep pets away, as sightings, like those viral Reddit posts from 2024, keep popping up year after year. What should be done in this situation? And many people ask if it is safe to hunt rabbits infected with the virus. It is possible to hunt rabbits infected with SPV, but precautions must be taken to protect both the hunter and the ecosystem. Because the virus is spread between rabbits through insect bites, or contact with infected surfaces, contact with these animals can increase the risk of transmission to other rabbit populations. CPW recommends avoiding direct contact and reporting sightings to wildlife management agencies for follow-up. However, if rabbit hunting is necessary for population control or scientific research, it is safe to do so. Use a small .22 LR rifle to shoot rabbits from a safe distance of 20 to 50 yards. This minimises the need to handle the animal and reduces stress on the rabbit. Avoid live traps as they can spread the virus through surfaces, and avoid using hunting dogs as they can carry the virus on their fur. Before rabbit hunting, use binoculars to look for signs of infection such as horn-like growths on the head, ears or mouth from a distance of at least 10 yards. Additionally, hiding from detection by rabbits is key. They have keen senses, so choose your hiding spot and posture carefully. Hunt in the morning or afternoon when rabbits are most active, and move slowly to your hiding spot. Crouch or lie down behind natural cover to ensure the wind is blowing in your face so the scent doesn't reach the rabbit. Wear camouflage that matches the terrain, think greens and browns for the Colorado landscape, and keep your rifle on your shoulder for a steady shot. Keep this in mind, or you risk hunting infected rabbits. Always check Colorado's hunting regulations with CPW to ensure you have the proper permits and are following local guidelines, as some areas may restrict hunting to protect wildlife or control disease spread. Instead of recreational hunting, consider observing these rabbits from a distance and reporting sightings to help track the virus. By following these precautions, hunters can stay safe, protect other rabbits, and help preserve Colorado's wild spaces. Furthermore, this careless activity carries the risk of spreading viruses between wild and domestic rabbit populations, depleting animal populations, disrupting ecological balance, and even polluting the environment through improper disposal of carcasses, affecting water and land resources. Hunters are not the only ones who face heavy fines of up to thousands of dollars from Colorado Parks and Wildlife (CPW), or permanent loss of rabbit hunting license. Therefore, residents must take greater responsibility by monitoring and immediately reporting illegal hunting activities to CPW. Via hotline, participating in community education programs on ethical hunting, and refusing to participate or support illegal hunters to protect the common environment.
Over here.
In Colorado, rodent control is not being implemented vigorously due to trapping restrictions, which has had a significant impact on the coyote population. In November 2023 alone, more than 200 coyotes were accidentally trapped, causing controversy among hunters. Authorities need to implement strict education on hunting licenses and require specialized training to reduce the incidence of off-target trapping. Have you ever seen a deer stuck between large tree trunks, unable to free itself? It's a dangerous situation, leaving them panicked and vulnerable. In this case, sawing down the large tree trunks might be the quickest way to free them, but what do you think? Is there a safer, more effective way? There have been many cases in Canada where people have used baited traps to catch foxes, but have put other invasive species at risk. In these situations, hunters use sticks at least 10 feet long to attempt to dislodge the traps. If not, tranquilizers are used to rescue the animal humanely.
There he goes.
This moment is sobering. This mountain lion had been trapped for too long and looked exhausted. This was not the fault of the lion, but the carelessness of the hunter. I urge hunters and trappers of invasive species to be more responsible, to only trap in designated areas and to avoid trapping coyotes in areas where mountain lions are common. Be careful, carnivorous plants are not only a threat to insects, but can also become a trap for stray sheep. When a farmer loses control of his livestock, these dangerous areas can cause unexpected situations. I need you to give this woman some advice. Sheep wandering alone are always a big risk, especially when they fall into dangerous areas that are difficult for the farmer to detect.
Oh dear, that's funny.
Build fences to prevent them from wandering or falling into deep holes, and cover drains. Situations like the woman who had to go into a large drain to rescue 2 sheep are a strong warning. Never underestimate the swamp. One wrong step and you could be drowning in an instant. For horses, getting stuck in a swamp is a fight for survival. But what's worse? The harsh Russian winter, where temperatures as low as -40 dF turn the water into ice, trapping the horses with no way out. Rescuers used ice saws, ropes, and excavators to carve a way out. When it comes to cows, any obstacle can become a dangerous trap. This is mainly due to their unpredictable nature. So keep your farm clean, remove any potential obstacles, and check your herd regularly. Keeping them safe is keeping your business safe. Sticky mouse traps are superglue designed to hold onto anything that touches them. Snakes are victims, especially in rural areas of the United States, where mouse traps are common. Do not touch them yourself. To safely remove the snake, cooking oil or mineral oil is a solution that will loosen the glue and free the animal without damaging its skin and scales. A 20 to 30 foot wide hole in the middle of a deep forest can be the result of a landslide or a natural trap. That's why wildlife and environmental management agencies need to deploy drone surveillance systems to detect creatures in distress. Don't let these invasive species get hurt. Cows trapped in a culvert may sound unbelievable, but during flood season it is a common occurrence in low-lying areas along the Mississippi River. With rising floodwaters, it can take 2 to 5 days to rescue them. To reduce the risk, barns should be built on high ground with a fence system. This is the only way to keep livestock safe from natural disasters. A deer trapped in a rectangular wire cage designed to catch wild pigs in Texas. In a panic, deer can easily injure themselves, and it takes an experienced hunter to handle this situation. A thick cloth should be used to cover the deer's eyes to reduce stress, combined with a light bar to hold them in place and allow the hunter to open the cage safely. When faced with an invasive species trapped in a trap, what do? Do you step forward to help or turn away? Arm yourself with the knowledge of how to handle wildlife safely.
These approaches have been great at stopping the spread of some invasive species. Got any ideas for even better solutions? Drop your thoughts in the comments so we can all dive into it together. Thanks for sticking around and watching the whole video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And hey, be sure to tell your friends about us too so they can check it out. Bye and see you in the next video.